Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gogotechy and welcome to another episode on how to break into tech. Today, how to break into Cabify. Today, we're joined by Vicky Entrala, talent and development manager at Cabify. So it's someone that obviously has cracked the code into how to get into the world top tech companies and switching from McKinsey to the tech ecosystem, and now with this role in Cabify. So thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for helping us navigate and survive the difficult world of interviews.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you again. So before we move into, what's your journey and the hiring process and insightful tips for candidates on how to prepare, I would like to debate with you a little bit on one of Gogotechy's main missions is basically to make the gap smaller between what universities teach you on how to be prepared for the workforce, how to access that workforce, versus what actually companies are expecting from a candidate during the hiring process. So we're trying to make that gap a little bit smaller. Do you agree with that statement?
Definitely. So I think this is something university or masters are not preparing you for, except in some consulting, for example. That's an industry that is doing that okay, and it's been doing that for years. But if you want to enter to another industry or even tech, you don't have that kind of preparation. You don't have anyone who can guide you through the whole process. Maybe you have some information about cases or some information about how to prepare behavioral questions, but no one will guide you through the entire process, will mentor you. So it's definitely something we need to work on. And companies will be thankful for that, because when a candidate is prepared, it's really a different interview, different process than when the candidates don't know what to expect or are not prepared enough. And maybe you are losing good candidates as well.
Because of lack of preparation. 100%.
Exactly.
And also now it's an amazing moment for tech. The other day I was reading that just the tech ecosystem represents above 20% of the PIB in Spain. So I think universities should adapt to how to prepare students for the tech ecosystem, and they are running behind compared with how the tech ecosystem is growing at the pace. Mm-hmm. Good. So now moving into your journey and Cabify. So Cabify is one of the most established mobility companies in Southern Europe and Latin America region. If I'm not mistaken, you are in 6 countries, 40 different cities.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have seen all the growth. Can you tell us a little bit about that, those 4 years at Cabify? How has it been?
Yeah. So actually, one thing that most people don't know is that Cabify is a Spanish company. Mm-hmm. So it's something that is really great because of what you're saying about tech companies in Spain. So I think that's pretty awesome. And we're currently in Spain, but also in Latin America. So I'm a talent acquisition, development, and diversity manager. So I have many hats, and I've been working in the people area these 4 years. I've seen a lot of growth, and also I've seen a lot of changes. So AI is definitely changing not only the industry, but also job market or job hunting, and also hiring. So many things are going through that, and it's really amazing. I get to work with an amazing team that helps or guide candidates through the entire journey. So from talent acquisition, hiring, onboarding, then all the specific milestones of your journey, like, performance reviews, goal setting, development plans.
Yeah, whatever. You're in charge of all of that.
Yeah.
All the scorecards.
To say it simple, I led the strategy and the execution of all these processes. So I led these teams that design and execute the process for hiring, onboarding, performance review, development, learning as well. Another thing that I do that I really think it's important is diversity, because we are creating an inclusive culture and we're creating a safe space for everyone. So they can be themselves. This is something important for us, because if you are safe to be yourself, then you can bring different perspectives.
Yeah, of course.
And that's what's built a better product, and that was built a better service. So in tech, I think that's definitely important, because you're building things for everyone.
No, of course. And keeping a team working on the culture is what's going to differentiate between scaling or not scaling at the end of the day.
Definitely.
With growth, culture can be shaking a little bit at some point, right? Yeah, no, congrats. I've heard amazing things about working at Cabify. So yeah, congrats on that. I wanted to specifically know not only about your day-to-day, which you have explained briefly now, but also tell us a little bit about your journey regarding switching from a company called McKinsey, like a consultancy firm, and then moving into the tech ecosystem. How was that process, and what would you say are the main differences?
Okay, so I like to say I had both, best of both worlds, right? And for me, I've been working in human resources for 12 years. First 6 years of my life, I work in consulting, HR consulting and strategic consulting. And it was a great journey, and it built a great foundation for me. So these big corporates are, I like to say, like, teach you a lot in terms of communication, organizational skills,
Yeah, no.
organizational intelligence, like how to treat with certain kind of people, how to move, politics, that obviously is important.
In the tech ecosystem, there are politics as well.
Yeah. So especially when you start to climb the ladder, more politics. So it definitely gives you a lot of information of how companies work. And it's amazing. So this was a really
good school.
Yeah, really good school, really good opportunity. Then I switched to startups or scale-ups because now Cabify is a scale-up. And I think that's where things are really tested, what you learn, because you are working in an environment that is more dynamic and it reflects real life. Like things change, priorities change. So you test what you learn.
Yeah.
And you get to learn even more and even faster.
Yeah.
You are dealing with things you never thought, and then you are creating impact. That's the main difference for me.
Yeah. And also the impact is way more measurable than in other corporates.
Yeah.
Like it's very visible. Actually, the lack of impact is also very measurable as well.
And it's really important. That's something that in the hiring process, for example, it would be really important to see, or that the candidate can show us what value you will add and what impact will you make. Because you will make impact for good or for bad.
For good or for bad.
Yeah. So that's really important. So the main difference for me between corporate world and startup or scale-up worlds are these ones. So skills as flexibility, curiosity, proactivity, those are really important because you are dealing with everyday stuff and things are changing. Everything is really dynamic. So if you can't adapt, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, 100%. And sometimes in the growth stage, the lack of structure, like you need to be autonomous. You're not going to have a manager telling you what to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, to be resilient, to be autonomous, to show value from the very beginning.
Definitely. And this is a great opportunity for you to grow as well.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think that the best part is that I always said this in the interviews, and I tell the candidates this, at least in Cabify, the gap between thinking of an idea and setting them in action is really small. And then you create something and get to see the impact almost immediately.
Yeah.
So you're learning by doing. Yeah. Nothing is better or more challenging than that. The adrenaline also, it's really fun.
Yeah.
But it's that. It's like you have an idea, you set it, and it's almost immediately the impact. And that's great. Yeah. That's something that usually don't happen in corporate.
No, 100%. I get from my students, I get a very difficult question very often, which is, should I go for consultancy for the first 2-3 years of my career and then move into the tech ecosystem, or do it the other way around? And it's very difficult because consultancy is going to give you a lot of learnings, a lot of structure, and you're definitely going to see how the corporate world works. But if the startup goes well, you can also grow very fast. So it's going to depend on many factors, but yeah, it's a very difficult question because both are good schools, right?
Exactly. There's not a recipe, and both options are good. I think that's the difference. And also, if you work in consulting, maybe you will be able to work in a startup client, for example, or in a tech client, and it will be a great school as well. But if you are interested in the tech world, just go for the
exactly.
Go for the big tech. But in the end, I think there is not just one way to reach your goal. You know, what do you want to do? I want to work in big corp, or I want to work in big tech. Okay, then you can do both ways. If you are willing to learn, willing to take the opportunities, and if you are focused.
Yeah, especially if you're starting your career, where
you will get there.
You will get there. Great. So let's speak a little bit about the hiring process. Yes. How does it work? So I have a question before we start is what kind of roles and departments are more in demand right now at Cabify? Is it like technical roles? Is it like sales, business related roles?
I think there's a mix. I always say technical roles for sure. We are a tech company, so that's always in demand. But also business roles as growth, acquisition,
Go to market.
marketplace, partnerships, everything that has to do with the business strategy and growth. That's how the department in Cabify is called. That's what we are. It's really demanding right now.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And how does the hiring process at Cabify work, from how to enter and how to manage that first interview to final offer?
Okay. So we have our own hiring framework that is called Hire by Principles, hiring by Principles. And it's designed to try to minimize bias as much as possible, to test the candidate in a fair way. But the main goal is to evaluate not only a candidate in the technical part, but also in the cultural fit.
Okay.
So we have 4 values and 5 core competencies at Cabify that we need to evaluate through the interview. And for us, it's really important that both parts are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of one of the principles?
Yeah. So one of the principles is unstoppable, for example.
Okay.
Another one is brave. So we have those more like principles that is how we feel, how we want to be seen.
Okay.
And then we have the core competencies. What are the skills that every person who works in Cabify throughout all the levels or seniorities or whatever should have? So impact, focus, empowerment, curiosity, that kind of stuff.
And the way you test it, I imagine, is by behavioral questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. So behavioral questions are always present, I think, in every process.
In every process.
So you should prepare them, right? Yeah. But so the process, it's built that way. It adapts slightly if you are applying to a technical role or a business role. But basically, they have a first interview with a recruiter. Well, the basics will be checked, right? So fit, that you're applying for the right position, that you understand the role, that you're a fit, the salary, work model, like hybrid, remote, whatever. And then if you're applying for a technical role, you will have a technical challenge.
Okay.
Again, the challenge will depend if you're applying to engineering or data. It will be different.
Yeah, it can be like a business case or like a
usually they're coding, or for example in data we have a live test. So it's pretty awesome. And then you will have a loop about 2 or 3 interviews. In business, you will have first an interview with the hiring manager, and then if you move along
with the team.
Yeah, with the team, and then you will have a business case in some positions. Main difference with big tech processes or with consulting processes is business cases are not like generic. There are usually something that you will encounter in your role.
Yeah.
So it will be a real life situation, and we will like to see how you think. There is no correct or incorrect answer. Show us.
Yeah.
That's what we said. And then another thing that is particular in the process is that every interview that we do has 2 interviewers.
Yeah, so to manage them. Okay.
Yeah, so we are always evaluating technical and cultural fit. So 30 minutes technical, 30 minutes cultural fit, more or less. And then both interviews are focused in different things. So one will be evaluating a core competence, and the other one will be evaluating a value, something like that. And then both complete their scorecards separate. And we really try, it's not always possible, that interviewers don't see previous scorecards.
Yeah.
So
that's
blind
a
interviews.
really good option.
Yeah.
And before the first interview, like how in the way candidates should reach an opportunity to get into the hiring process, do you work by referrals in Cabify? Yeah.
Okay, so we have a referral program, and this is something that I will say it, and it's not just because of Cabify. This is in general because
it's life. It's life.
I worked 12 years in HR, and I will tell you, referral are the best option to get there. So it increases your chances to be seen and this is data that from someone that works in this part, like the people part. Maybe you receive 1,000 CVs. So,
but that's the thing. It's impossible.
And even with AI, you can process all of that because maybe you're in the top 30 of the 1,000 and you won't get to the interview. So referrals are really good. Yeah. So referrals, if you know someone, ask them to refer. Most of the times, companies have referral programs, so you can, the employee will be
incentivized,
happy to refer you. You don't know anyone. Try to see if you have a friend of a friend, and if you don't, maybe you can contact someone through LinkedIn.
Yeah, or we have, for example,
reach.
No, what you're actually saying is something that we insist a lot in Gogotechy, and we have this course called how to build a network and how to job hunt in different strategies. And one of them is like, forget about the easy apply, forget about career websites.
Easy apply don't work.
No, they never work.
Sorry.
Like nobody got a job by the easy apply on LinkedIn, like a qualified one. What I mean is
we
that
receive the applications, most of them, but it's not the same. We receive it differently. So apply through the website or through a referral, contact someone from the people team.
Yeah, it's going to increase your chances. And also
definitely
something that we insist a lot in candidates they should do is to actually make sure that they have built a network. And what you just mentioned, like if I don't have a friend working for Cabify, I'm 100% sure if I dedicate 1 hour of my time, I'm going to find someone that knows someone
for sure
that works at Cabify. So also like, exactly, build a network and apply with a purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like assisting events and things like that. Call your university, even though you have already 2-3 years of professional experience, call your university, where is the next career event and what companies are attending. All these things matter to apply with a purpose and be seen, right?
Building a network is really important. And maybe you are building the network now and you have a job or whatever, but then you don't know, maybe you want to change your career, you want to change the industry or whatever. And that's when networks really goes in there. Or sometimes network will help you go through the process, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
It's just because, hey, you work in tech, I'm applying for a role in tech, can you help me with that? So
No, 100%. And see a similar role in a different company, like all these things matter. And I always tell our students to start building a network early because it takes time.
It takes time. Definitely.
Good. What are the common mistakes candidates do?
I like that.
and then I have another question because I'm interested in knowing what are the common mistakes in general that candidates do. But I'm also interested in knowing if those mistakes are the same in the tech ecosystem than in consultancy firms.
Okay. So common mistakes is come unprepared.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So please prepare yourself. So preparation, key. But also research. Do some research. You need to know where you're applying to. So ideal scenario, you know where you're applying when you are applying. Like you know the company. But sometimes it can be difficult. But at least if you're coming in for an interview, just know where you're going.
Yeah.
So research, that's something. It shows when the candidate has no idea about the company or about the role or about the industry even. So
the competitors.
Anything. So, and it shows. And then sometimes the candidate makes an effort because he's or she is really interested. So they make an effort, but it shows. Also, what we were talking about before, like the behavioral questions. So, you know, we are going to ask behavioral questions. We tell you that in advance as when you apply and you have the first screening call with the recruiter, if you move along to the process, we will send you a lot of information about what is the process like, what to expect. Hey, you have these interviews, we will ask behavioral question. We even send that slide with the STAR methodology. That is what we want candidates to think about.
Yeah, also because it's easier for us to listen to answers.
It's better for the interviewer as well. So when I ask you a question and your answer is like nothing at all like STAR methodology, or I see that you are thinking a lot during the process interview, that sort of things that shows.
For me, the way I used to test this is what we called at Gogotechy attitude. And by attitude, we don't mean the basic stuff of being polite and punctual. What we mean is having done all the research about competitors, about industry, about your interviewer, about the key selling points, anything, right? That is also going to help you through the process to ask questions to the interviewer. It's going to help you in general for many, many things. And it was incredible while interviewing at TikTok that 80% of the people didn't know questions such as who is TikTok CEO. So basically people they're prepared to describe their role, but they're not prepared to answer the most basic questions. And also something that I didn't like, and for me was a red flag into a candidate, is whenever you ask them, for example, why Cabify or why this role, if they answered with the most generic answer that could fit into any single tech company, for me it was a red
any
flag.
company at all.
Any company at all, because it's very innovative and
I'm looking for a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, prepare. Lack of preparation can kill you in the process. Okay, great.
So just one more thing for me, it's really important and it's a common mistake. It's please don't lie. Be honest. And it's really simple, but it shows. And sometimes people build these strange situations or exaggerate or they are lying, and it's like
It's very easy for us to know who is lying.
yeah, and it's also you don't have to lie. Like I'm sure you have to prepare. I'm sure you have a situation where you can show what we're asking you for.
100%. And that's another question that we have for early graduates that have no experience. They're like, but I don't have experience, so I'm gonna make up a story. And it's like, don't do that.
Nope.
Anyone in a company that is willing to interview knowing that you're an early graduate is not going to expect you to have 10 years of experience. So
Exactly.
just try to find examples when you led a project at university, on when you went volunteering, and show challenge in a different way.
Something about if you play a sport, if you have a team experience, yeah, for sure. But please don't lie. That's really important.
Exactly.
No, be honest, be genuine. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, 100%. And there are plenty different ways of showing value and a good attitude without experience.
For sure.
Okay, cool. So we spoke about mindset and preparation, and that Cabify actually finds important for candidates to actually know about the business model and the challenges, the industry, the mobile industry, etc. Now we're moving into a different question that is, what do you think helps a candidate feel confident and show their best version during interviews?
Well, that's interesting. So I don't want to repeat myself. I think preparation will help, mainly because it will give you like the calm to go to the interview. But also I think something will really help. It's to know who is going to be interviewing you. Yeah. So just you know the name or you know the role, look them through LinkedIn. Maybe you can ask some questions to them. A lot of people tell me, okay, you work in corporate, now you work in startup. How was the change? And that engage you in some kind of conversation.
Yeah, people hire people.
Yeah, exactly. So just I think that helps to feel calm and confident. And another thing, and I always say this, don't take it personally. There's a lot of things going on and a lot of things that need to happen for you to get an offer.
Yeah.
So even if you go and you're not selected,
it doesn't mean
it's a learning experience. You will learn, you get better. Every time you interview, you are getting better, you are learning. If you get feedback, even better. And then again, a lot of things happen behind the scenes. A lot of things change during a process. Sometimes the hiring manager is looking for someone, and then after many interviews, it changed.
Or the headcount doesn't exist anymore.
The headcount doesn't exist anymore. Or maybe you are exceptional, but there is another exceptional candidate. And then it came to the list. I don't know, you need to decide which one is better. And it's not about you. So don't take it personally. And what I always think is focus on your area of influence. Like what you can control. That's 75%. So you can control preparation. You can control doing your best in the business case, or you can control looking who's going to interview, everything. And then you can control, if the headcount doesn't exist, you can control the mood of the interviewer that day. You don't know if it has
the capacity of attention.
The worst day.
There is plenty of things happening.
Climate, whatever, things should happen. So focus on what you can control, prepare that, and this is a learning experience.
Yeah,
so
I absolutely agree. And I actually think that like anything else in life, being prepared, having made an effort, exposing yourself and enjoying the process is the only thing that, it's going to save you from going to bed thinking, oh, I missed that opportunity. Yeah. Because if you miss that opportunity because of lack of preparation, I mean, that's something that can keep you awake at night, right? But
exactly.
If you did everything you could and because of external factors, you didn't get the opportunity, another one is coming right away. So,
exactly.
So yeah, that's a very good tip. Okay, now my favorite topic these days. How do you think AI is reshaping the way candidates should be prepared? And how is AI reshaping the way you hire?
Okay. Well, I have this feeling that AI is everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And it's like this fantasy that AI is going to take all our jobs and everything. So I definitely think AI is important. It's here. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. And the difference will be for those who learn how to work with AI and how to use it as a tool. So I think AI is definitely reshaping job market because different roles are on demand, and AI is changing also traditional roles. So preparation or interviews about traditional roles, what it is expected will change.
Yeah.
So main thing, I think skills that AI can't replace yet are gonna make the difference. So innovation, creativity, empathy, curiosity, critical thinking,
like soft skills.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's something that even in traditional roles, you still can bring to the table. So job market is changing. Preparations should change too. Like you can use AI as a tool to prepare, for example, to prepare your CV or to prepare your behavioral questions at some point. But you must know that on the other side, AI is being used at hiring for sure, most for standardized or repetitive processes. But in the end, people interview people. Interviews are still held by interviewers, by human beings. I personally think that's the way it should be. And we're going to ask questions. We're going to probe your stories. We want to hear we're going to make spontaneous questions.
We're going to challenge some of the questions.
We're going to ask specific questions for the role. So even though you can use AI to prepare, like I said before, you need to be honest, you need to be genuine, and you need to show what makes you different from the other hundreds or thousands of candidates that are using AI as well.
With
that they're preparing the same questions, getting the same answers. So that's definitely important.
That's we have a course in Gogotechy that is basically called the title is AI can help, but it's never going to get you hired.
Exactly.
And that's where we mentioned some tools that can definitely help you a lot. Like when we were at uni, we didn't have a tool that could create our CV in seconds.
No.
So take advantage of that.
Just horrible word.
We could spend like hours in creating a CV.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that. Take the, ChatGPT is also very good in like rephrasing, in like getting like a better written certain achievements, and use it and get supported by AI. But at the end of the day, we're going to test your critical thinking. We're going to test how you're showing attitude, how to show value, and what's your uniqueness. How are you standing out versus other candidates using AI as well?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. So AI is really important. It's not everything. So, and also think about that. So you are using AI, but on the other side, they are using it as well. So maybe a tip, when you build your CV, you're just not building your CV to catch a recruiter's eye. Now maybe you need to build a CV that will go through an AI reading the CV. So try to take that 100%. Into account as well.
And also, like regarding AI, one question that I would do to candidates if I would be interviewing now would be, what AI tools are you using on your day-to-day to be more efficient? Because for me, that's exactly what AI is giving you as a candidate now, right? So Teal for job hunting strategies, Notion to be like more organized with your project management, ChatGPT for writing and and getting everything well written. Let's put it that way. Like Resume AI, CV Maker, all these tools.
Exactly.
And for a candidate, I would like to know if you are gonna get supported by AI to be more efficient or not.
And that's real, because we are not rejecting AI. So
exactly.
We use AI on a daily basis.
Exactly.
We use ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. So I want to know that you know about AI, that you're willing to learn, that you're willing to use it to be more efficient. But I just need to know that you are more than AI, that you have something that you bring to the table. So it's not using AI to replace people, it's using AI to empower the people.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's how we see it, at least.
100%. And talking about showing value and making yourself unique in a hiring process, do you recall or do you remember an example, a specific example of a candidate maybe that you were like, whoa?
We have a lot of stories about that. So we have people that prepare business cases that are so incredible that actually they
steal the information.
Yeah, so no, we don't steal it, but maybe we have candidates that have create a business case, and then we hire the candidate, and then we apply that business case. So we use that process that he created or whatever. So we have that kind of stories, and it's awesome. But I think that what shows value is like I was talking about preparation, no? Yeah. So about the company, but you also had to think what they are looking for besides paper or the job description. So for example, if you're at Cabify, so we are a startup-minded company. So for sure we want proactivity, we want flexibility, we want curiosity. So when you show that at the interviews, that will show value, and that candidate will stand out for sure.
Yeah.
So we have candidates that have created business cases that then we use. Then we have candidates that have crazy stories about how they get to Cavi.
Yeah.
They come into events or contacting people through different ways. And the difference is how you perform during the interview, and then that you are really interested in working with us. and you're not someone creepy that is contacting
100 people in an office.
Or the company or applying to any job. That's something that happens as well. When you see that someone applied for 45 positions,
for me, it's a red flag as well.
it's like, okay, you're not suited for 45 positions.
Yeah.
So that's a really important thing about applying as well. You can, of course, namings change. So maybe you make a mistake or you apply and then 3 years after you change your career, you apply again. But those that we receive 50, 60, 70 applications.
Yeah. And when you get into the system and you see that that person has applied to 12 different roles in 1 year, it's obviously a red flag, right?
Yeah, it's difficult to say, okay, so I don't know if you don't know what you want to do, what you're applying to, if you...
Yeah, and also like what you said, like building network with purpose. If, we know these things, like we sit in an office and we know if someone has written to 70 different people asking for the same favor, like maybe it's better to go to an event and reach one specific person that can help you rather than like, emailing everyone without a specific task to do, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I have a specific example about what you asked before. So we have this engineer that now works for our team. He's blind and he came to an event.
Okay.
And he told us how he thought he can build some things for Cabify. And now he's our head of engineering and he designs all the things that has to do with accessibility. So our app is accessible and he's the one leading that.
Wow, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
How long has he been there for?
I think that 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
He's
insane.
also in the diversity committee with me. That's why I know his story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So he built the whole system.
Yeah, well, with his team. But
No,
he's in
of course,
charge of
but-
the accessibility part of the platform.
Okay.
So that's why Cabify is accessible for blind people or...
But that's a great story on how to use something that is yours and makes you unique to actually show value in a company.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this. Very interesting. How do you work at Cabify into giving other people opportunities to grow? How does it work?
Okay, so that's part of my job as well with my team. So when you are at Cabify, you can grow different ways. So you can move internally, you apply to another positions, you can apply to other offices. So I was started working in Argentina and then I moved to Madrid. And then you can switch careers, like maybe you want to be an individual contributor and become an expert, or you want to change into the management itinerary and be a manager, a leader, a head, or whatever. And then you can start working in growth and then moves to marketing. We have cases of people that have moved from business to tech or from tech to business. So usually we have the development plans, and we firmly believe that development depends on you.
On yourself, yeah.
So managers, we are going to give you
The
people.
tools.
We're going to give you the tools. We're going to give you everything, and we're going to go with you through the process. But where do you want to go? That's up to you, and
That's
we'll
up to
help you
yeah.
get there. Yeah. And we work towards that. So we have a lot of tools and we have a lot of opportunities. We have, I don't know, Global Ride, for example. You can spend 3 months in another country working for another project.
I love that.
Yeah, there are really interesting things to do. We have different tools. We have a career path. We have learning. But then you need to decide if you want to stay in your role, if you want to grow up, if you want to move, and then we will help you do that. So it's interesting. There's different options. And
for different profiles.
for different profiles. Yeah. And because we are a scale up and this company moves a lot and it's really dynamic,
Yeah.
like I said, nothing is set on stone. So maybe you enter to a team and the structure of the team doesn't allow you to grow immediately, but then suddenly 1 year after that team is, another market open, that team's doubles its size because something changes. So it's definitely really dynamic. We try to go with the employee in that. And I think it's a great journey. But opportunities are there, you need to take them. So proactivity is key because we're not going to show you where to go.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, that's great to know. What advice would you give to candidates or to someone applying to Cabify today? It's just one word or one phrase. Like, what's your biggest advice if you want to get into Cabify?
I would say curiosity is one of our main thing that you need to be willing to learn and to adapt.
Okay. And with curiosity and willing to adapt, what you said before, make sure that I get a referral, make sure that I learn through the process, and then I'm going to be way more closer to be able to to work at Cabify? Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're curious and you manage to have a referral and you prepare for the process, you can actually get into Cabify. So listen to that. Okay. Another thing, a tip for an interview when the process has already started, apart from curiosity, apart from being prepared. Tell me something more.
Okay, so I'm going to give you two. One, I already said, be honest, be genuine.
Yeah.
Second, ask questions. Not just any question, insightful questions.
Yeah.
But ask questions. I am a firm believer. For me, it's a red flag if a candidate has no questions. So ask questions. So in order to ask questions, they can be questions about the interviewer as well, their experience, but ask questions.
Yeah, we have a course, part of the Nailed methodology called "Don't Forget to Ask Questions," and we teach the candidate on how to do good questions, depending on the target that you have. Because people think that someone told me I have to ask questions, and the questions are, how flexible are you? Or can I work from Indonesia? Or what's the salary that I'm gonna get? Perks and benefits. And it's not about that. It's the research that you have done about the company, about the business model, about the industry, about the competitors. Anything is going to give you an idea of what are going to be the insightful and interesting questions to ask to the interviewer.
Definitely. And I also think you're applying for a job. You are in an interview for a role that maybe will be a role for the next 2 or 3 years. You're supposed to like that role and that company. And then maybe you are given 45 minutes with the VP or a head of an entire business unit. I don't believe you don't have any questions.
No, it's impossible.
That's what I'm thinking. So
if you're curious, that is actually something that you have to be.
Exactly. Just
apply.
Ask questions. And if you prepare yourself or if you do some research, that will help you to ask better questions. And also...
Give me one good question.
Let me think. I think that I like when candidates ask about the vision of that team or that manager or that business unit.
Or the challenges that you might be facing.
Yeah. And also I like when they ask, what will entitle for me to succeed in this role?
Yeah.
So it shows you that the manager as well knows what he's looking for.
Yeah.
But then also the vision of, okay, so you're leading this, or now you're getting this revenue or whatever. So where do you want to take this team? Where do you want to take this business unit? That's something that will tell you as well if you want to work with that team.
And also positions you in a way as a more senior profile, in the sense that it is also a little bit of a bilateral relationship. Of course, I want the job, but you also need to sell yourself. So let's have a great conversation here.
That's a great point. Interviews are always two-way.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that I always tell candidates and interviewers as well. So, okay, you are evaluating a candidate. If it's a good fit, if it's the one person you need in your team, if it will fit with the values, blah, blah, blah. The candidate is evaluating yourself as well.
Yeah.
If this is the place where he wants to be a lot of hours, if this is the place where he wants to work, if this place will help you grow, develop, whatever.
100%.
So they're evaluating you as well. So interviews goes both ways. So that's why for me that a candidate asks questions is really important, because also it shows me their ambitions, their if they want to grow, a lot of things.
Yeah, or what could be certain red flags for the candidate that wants to, talk to you about.
And then, of course, you can ask the other questions. You can ask salary, perks, everything. But there is a certain stage to do that.
No, 100%.
And to know that, so show me what kind of candidates you are.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Okay, we're moving into the last part of the podcast, which is basically the reflection and the closing side.
Okay.
So if looking back into our career and certain conversations that I've had with a lot of people, we talk about, the 3 things that can make you have a good career. And we talk about, we could talk about plenty, but selecting just 3 for me is a mix of talent, hardworking, but also luck.
Yeah.
In my case, the way I prioritize that is first is hardworking, second is talent, and third is luck.
Yeah.
What's your prioritization on that? Being luck, and this is just a moment, I put luck in number 3 because obviously, luck doesn't come without opportunity searching.
Okay.
Like, and for me, luck, the real good luck, doesn't come without hard working. But it's also true that in the corporate world, you see people that are just there just because luck.
Politics as well.
Yeah. And I always tell people that those people that are just there just because of luck is not sustainable in the long term.
It will show.
It will show. So it's just might be fancy in the short term, but what's going to keep you there and what's going to keep you grow is talent and hard working.
Definitely. I will prioritize as just like you, but I will add a fourth one that is the people you surround with, or you work with, and I will put that on number 3. So hardworking talent, the people you work with or surround you with, and luck, because people is really important. You're not getting there alone. Never.
No, 100%.
So your mentors, your sponsors, your team. If you're a
good manager,
your leaders.
A good manager and your leaders are saving your entire
you're not
career.
getting anywhere alone, or it's really hard, and it's not that fun.
No, 100%.
So that's how I will prioritize, and I think that's important to keep in mind, because if you're working a lot, if you have a lot of talent, but you surround with the wrong people, that will kill your career as well. So
yeah. And also, people are going to remember you among your career, obviously because of talent and hard work, but also because who you are as a person.
Definitely.
So people are not going to be willing to help you if they don't remember you as a nice person.
Exactly. And in the end, this is not from Cavi, but when I used to work in strategic consulting, they always said about this, like, because they travel a lot, they say, choose the people you want to be stuck in an airport with. And that's something that stuck with me, because it's really important. It's like, okay, you will spend a lot of time here. You will go through really hard moments of your life or really happy moments of your life while you are working. So if you have good people around, and if you are good to others that are going through the same, that's what takes you farther.
In your early careers, we also say that if you are choosing between one option or the other, choose where the best people are going to be in. Like that the people that are going to surround you are going to, make sure that you're going to learn the most by people that are going to be
and people who will support you and will allow you to fail, especially when you are in early careers. Those managers that are saying, okay, fail, but do.
Yeah.
And then I will support you. I will defend you. I will not blame you. So they gave you the space to make mistakes that in the end is the way you learn.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So that's important. Early careers, people who will challenge you, help you to learn and expose you, gave you visibility as well. They're not fighting with you for the visibility.
Yeah. No. A good leader, it's incredible. Okay, my last question.
Yeah.
So what's one piece of advice you wished someone had given you when you were starting?
My career, right? For hiring or in general?
In general, like the moment that those like struggles that we have in our early careers, like where do I start? Who do I reach out? Am I good at this and that, A, B, C, and all the doubts that we navigate through the earliest decisions that we have to make in terms of our career?
So something I learned along the way, and except you are in the medical field, we don't work in a hospital.
Yeah.
So nothing is life or death. So just take a second to think.
You have room to make mistakes as well.
You can make mistakes. We save PDF. We don't save lives. It's a lot of things that you can say, but that's something I learned the hard way. And I think it helps you, especially with your mental health. And that's really important. So I'm not saying there are no urgent things or important, or that sometimes you will get stressed. But the thing is, okay, just breathe, take 5 minutes, think about it, take a minute to think what you're going to do, and that's it. Nothing is life or death.
Yeah. For me, a piece of advice that I wished someone had given me in my early years is that it's more important to know what you're not good at rather than exactly knowing what you're good at.
Yeah, definitely.
So for me, the winner mentality, unless you have a clear vocation, right? Architecture, medicine, engineering. So all this is like apart from this tip that doesn't count. But for people that we don't know what we like, and we have plenty of different
Interest.
interest. I wished I knew earlier that what I had to rush into is, knowing exactly what I hated to do rather than exactly knowing what I wanted. And basically, I learned that at the age of 26, 27, when during my MBA, I found out that I was definitely not good at finance, definitely not good
That was your aha moment.
Exactly. And I didn't know exactly where my career was taking me, but I knew that I was not made to work in a bank or to work at a consultancy firm. I was not the most analytical person in the world, and that was fine.
Yeah.
I had another space.
It's a relief as well when you find out, okay, it's fine, I don't like this. But
Exactly.
I like other things, so I'm good at other things.
Exactly. And that's when you start to discover and when you start, knowing what you're really good at and then, squeezing that and to have the chance to become brilliant, because I do believe that you're never going to become brilliant in something that you don't like doing. Right. So for me,
it's really hard. It's really hard to become brilliant at something you don't like. And it's really difficult to achieve something you don't believe in.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why it's so important to know what you like at some point. And you can change. That's another thing I learned along the way. Like maybe now you are interested in this industry. You like these things. And then you can change. You're going to work there. You're going to learn. You're going to open your mind to other possibilities and you can evolve. Like life is really long and you will be working like 30 or 40 years.
Absolutely.
So you can change and give you that permission as well. Now I'm interested in this. I want to work in finance. I want to do this.
Absolutely. But opportunities are never going to arrive sitting on a sofa. So
For sure.
Get out there and search for what fits you best.
Yeah, exactly.
But do things and learn by doing. Move.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.